Hey everybody, back again for lesson 29. Today we're doing more examples in D major. So just to pound it into your brain, how many sharps are in D major? That's right, 2, and those 2 sharps are F sharp and C sharp. I feel like Dora the Explorer when she asks, there's questions to the TV screen and she expects you to answer. But anyway, key of D has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. So here we go for the lesson. So here we are to play the lesson 29 D major examples. So we have 2 today as usual, so we'll talk about this first one. So obviously when you first learn a song, you want to look out for a couple things. One is the key signature. We got 2 sharps, and that's what tells us we're in D major. We also have 4/4 time signature. You know that means 4 beats in a measure, and that the quarter note gets 1 beat. And if you didn't know any of that stuff, you should check out my previous videos, of course. And alright, so as usual, we'll talk about the treble clef right hand. So we have to get our hands in our starting position. So here we go. We got finger 1, which is D, and we're going to put that on D. There we go. And then we got E with finger 2, E with finger 2 again. Now what's the next note? Is that F? Nope, it's going to be F sharp. Remember that we have that in the key signature. So even though, if you take a look at the key signature, the very first one, the one where the top line's going through it and the treble clef, that's going to be F, but it also applies to every F in the whole song. So even if it's on that bottom space, like it is at the end of that first measure, it's going to be sharp still. So every F and every C is going to be sharped, unless it tells you otherwise. So here we go to measure 2. We got A with 5, G with 4, F sharp with 3, E with 2. Pretty easy so far. Then you got D with 1, E with 2, E with 2 again, and then you got F sharp with 3. You got F sharp with 3 again. When you hit F sharp with 3, you're going to tuck your thumb under like usual to hit G with 1, A with 2. Now we have 2 eighth notes. We have B with 3 and C sharp with 4. Don't forget about the key signature, so it's going to go to that final D with finger 5. We'll add in the dynamics later when we get both hands started. So let's take a look at our left hand. We have, here we go, we have 3 numbers there corresponding to the 3 notes. Remember that the top number corresponds to the top note, middle number, middle note, and bottom number, bottom note. So here's our first chord that they have here for us. We've got D with 5, F sharp with 3, and A with 1. And then the next measure we have E with 5, G with 1, or G with 3, sorry, B with 1. And then you got the next one, which is D with 5, G with 2, and B with 1. Now careful this next chord, because we have E with 5, not a big deal, A with 2, not a big deal, but remember that we have C sharp. There you go. So you play that one like that, it will sound minor, which is sad. So this one should sound a little bit brighter and happy because it's a major chord. And then you have the final one. Careful this one too, because we have F sharp with 5, A with 3, and D with 1. So from beginning to end, the left hand will sound like this. And there you have it. So now let's take a look at hands together. So here we go. We got first measure. There we go. If you noticed, I added the pianissimo in the beginning, which is very soft. And I got loud at the end. I kind of did a crescendo there at the end, but that's not what's written there. These aren't called what's called graduated dynamics, is where they have crescendos or decrescendos. These are just either one or the other. So we have pianissimo in the beginning, go. How to count that next to last measure. That's the only one that's a little bit different because we have 2/8 notes. So I'm going to go over counting this real quick. So we're still looking at example 1, next to last measure. So we have, I'll play it there. So here's how you count this one. So beats 1, 2, and 3 aren't a problem because they all take up one even beat. That last one, we have 2/8 notes. So remember, you're going to have to use the term and. So it's going to go, here's how you're going to count the measure. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is D major example number 1. Now let's take a look at D major example number 2. We have something a little different here. So let's take a look at the right hand as usual. So we have D with 1, and we have 2 of those. We have F sharp with 3, and then 2 C sharps, and F sharp again. So careful in this first measure because we already have a lot of C sharps and F sharps to watch out for. So then you have 2 G's with 4, and then F sharp with 3, and then you have E with 2, and then D with 1. Then you got D with 1, E with 2, E with 2, F sharp with 3. Now we're on the next to last measure. When you hit that F sharp with 3 right there, you're going to tuck your thumb underneath to hit those 2 G's with 1. Then you got A with 2, and then you got B with 3, F sharp with 4, and then you got D with 5 to finish it out. So you're going to count this one. This is how you're going to count it because we have 8th notes all over the place in this one. Specifically looking in this first measure, we have beats 1 and beats 3 that need to be broken up in half. So we use the term and. So we're going to go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, let's go 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So the left hand, a little bit simpler with the rhythm. We don't really have to talk about it because it's just straight quarter notes. But if you've noticed, there is a relation between this left hand. Actually, this example is just kind of a variation on the first example we did. Variation is just like a song that you do. They're very similar, but with like minor differences. They have the same kind of melody and same kind of bass line. So let's take a look at this here with these notes. And take a look at, well, you might have to scroll back your video, but if you remember from the first measure of example 1, we have that D major chord there, and we're playing it all at the same time. So take a note at the 3 notes we're playing, D, F sharp, and A. And here is the first measure in example 2. Now what's same about them? The same thing about them is that they are using the same notes. And the only difference with the bottom one is that it is broken up into its separate notes, playing the F sharp twice. And we call that kind of thing whenever you have a chord and then you break it up, that is called an arpeggio. So we kind of have what's called an arpeggiation of the chords from the previous example. So there's another word you can stick in your toolbox for now. But we'll talk more about that later. So let's get started with the left hand here. We got 5 with D, F sharp with 3, A with 1, F sharp with 3, and then we have 5 with E. So we'll be shifting our hands a little bit. G with 3, B with 1, G with 3 again, and then you're going to shift down to 5 with D, G with 2, and 1 with B, G with 2, and then you've got E with 5, A with 2, F sharp 1, A with 2, and then you're going to hit this D with 1, like that. So from beginning to end, it'll sound like this. So both hands now. So again, a little faster. So there you go. You have lesson 29, D major examples 1 and 2. So there you go. That's the lesson for today, and I'll see you guys and girls for the outro. Okay, so that wraps up lesson 29. All we did today was play some more examples in the key of D major. So key of D major tells you to watch out for 2 notes in particular, F sharp and C sharp. So remember that every F and every C in the whole song is sharped. It doesn't matter which line or space the sharps actually appear in the beginning. So if it covers any, so say it covers the top line F, that sharp, that covers even the bottom space. So it covers everything, even though it only appears on one. So that's how that works. But anyway, we'll see you next time for lesson 30, where we're going to do more D major examples, and then we'll probably move on to the key of A major until we go around pretty much every key, introducing the scale and then the playing examples to go with it. So anyway, I'll see you next time for lesson 30. Wow. But anyway, thanks for watching, and as always, you can like, subscribe, comment if you want. If you don't want to, that's okay, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.